Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And this is from creator Malcolm Spellman, and from director Kerry Skoglund, and even Derek Kolstad of John Wick fame wrote on two of the episodes, two of the best episodes at that. And this show takes place after the blip, and, Cap has passed on the shield to Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, and he gives up the shield. He gives it to a museum. And then America decides to choose a new Captain America, John Walker, played by Wyatt Russell, the son of Kurt Russell. And you also have Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, and Sebastian Stan returns and is dealing with the aftermath of what does he do now, and trying to assimilate back into society. The show is only 6 episodes, and I had such a blast with every single episode of the show. This was, as somebody whose Captain America is their favorite part of the MCU, this really intrigued me because it really is dealing with his legacy. And what does it really mean to be Captain America? What does it mean to be a good super soldier? Because you have so many moving parts, and probably that's the potentially biggest issue with this particular show is there's a lot of moving parts. And sometimes things feel like they're sidelined because you have Sam's storyline where he is trying to deal with the fact that he finds out about Isaiah Bradley, who was the first black Captain America, the first black super soldier, and the horrible things that were done to him and how history forgot him. And Sam's dealing with the pressures of representing his race and also America and the potential issues from both sides of that. Because will America really support a black Captain America? And what does it go out and do? America hires and picks Wyatt Russell, John Walker, blonde-haired white guy, and he's put into this position. And John Walker is interesting because he is a hero, but I feel like he's doing it for the wrong reasons. And what I love about the writing in this from Spellman and Kolstad is you see so many great little details, callbacks to things. Like, I saw one thing in particular was like, Steve Rogers never introduced himself as Captain America. Here's Steve Rogers, who's a boy from Brooklyn. You have John Walker. Hi, I'm John Walker, Captain America. There's a difference, and you can tell from the start that John Walker is not exactly the same and not really representing the same things that Steve Rogers did. And Steve Rogers is by far my favorite Avenger, and he represented so many things, and he wasn't just blindly representing America. He had ideals of doing what's right for people and protecting their rights and not giving in to corrupt governments. And that's the thing. It's just like, who do we trust here? And it deals with the geopolitical issues post-blip with people returning and this world organization trying to set up refugee camps and moving people around. And then you have this terrorist group, the Flag Smashers, and Erin Kellyman plays Carly, who is the leader of the Flag Smashers, and she is basically the main antagonist of the show. And what's so interesting is you have all these different layers, and who's really bad and who's really not bad, because you have Sharon Carter coming back, Emily Van Camp. What's her deal? What's she been up to? Is she doing good things? And then you have, obviously, Bucky, who's dealing with the trauma of all the horrible things he did, trying to come to peace with all the people that he hurt. And his relationship with Sam is the strongest part of the show. And their chemistry is great. Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie do some of their best acting in the show, and it's so great. And their back and forth is great. And them coming to grips with Sam's decision to give up the shield. And you have The flag smashers here who are trying to protect people's rights from just being trampled on and like throwing them around the world wherever. And are they handling it the right way? And is John Walker handling what he's supposed to be doing in the right way? And that's the big question of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, is how you're doing what you're doing and what are you accomplishing. And you have so many great characters. You have Batroc coming back as like a small minor villain, which sets up a great action set piece for the very beginning of the series. The first couple episodes leave on such... Actually, most of the episodes leave on such great stingers to set up the next episode. And then I feel like the real MVP of the show turned out to be Zemo. Daniel Bruhl is such an amazing actor, and he's so charismatic, and he basically becomes an anti-hero who, you know, he has his perspective. He wants to stop the Flag Smashers because he wants to see all super soldiers destroyed. But he has some level of respect for Steve Rogers. He has some level of understanding with Bucky, but he doesn't want this to spread. And you have him who, for his dance moves and his charm and his Turkish delights, has become one of the best parts of this show. And there's some other great surprises throughout the show. And there's great action, really intense action, some of the most shocking and brutal moments in all the MCU, especially the end of the 4th episode. And it really sets up a lot of great things moving forward for the MCU. But the themes of Sam dealing with, should he take up this mantle as Captain America, and what does he really represent? He is not a super soldier. He is somebody who is fighting for what he believes in. Without these superpowers. Gets some pretty cool tech, though. Won't spoil it, but it's pretty cool. But by the end of this season, you have so many different things set up between Sharon Carter and Zemo and John Walker and maybe some Thunderbolts coming in the future. And you have Bucky and Sam, and what are they all going to be up to? And I'm really looking forward to see where all these characters go post this show. But even though there's some cringy on-the-nose kind of dialogue at times, it sounds very comic booky and like not in the best ways at times, and maybe a little bit too much of trying to balance everything. This has some amazing themes, has a lot to say, has some great intense action, amazing performances, so committed from everybody, from Anthony Mackie to Sebastian Stan to Daniel Bruhl to Wyatt Russell. They're game for this, and they really anchored this series, and I loved it. And I would watch this over and over again, and I'm really looking forward to the future of the MCU with these groups of characters and where they're going, because some other places are going to some crazy places. I really enjoyed this grounded aspects that really deal with human issues, and this deals with some very poignant societal issues in America right now, especially race, and I applaud this show for that. And I saw the announcement that we're getting Captain America 4, and yes, I'm so excited. But these are all of my thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.